Every 4 years it comes along and splashes joy, spectacle and drama all over the globe. Mondiale, La Coupe du Monde, Das Weltmeisterschaft.
You mean the World Cup, Richard?
Yes, Peter, I do. Exotic players from far-off lands, passionate fans, thundering free kicks.
Oh, it's in!
Unbelievable saves.
And most of all, my goal against Trinidad and Tobago.
It's a crouch!
No, Peter. Fluky goals are not what we really remember.
Well, I do. It was the Nuremberg Frankenstadium in the 83rd minute. The ball came over from Bex.
Thank you, Peter, but what we really remember are the World Cup shocks.
Terrible challenge. This is awful. This is awful.
For the next 2 hours, you're going to be watching our personal list of the most jaw-dropping moments the World Cup has ever witnessed.
Even Gordon Ramsay watching it would go, that's too much swearing. It's kicking off.
They were pure evil.
Has there been a match like this?
This is the ultimate countdown of cock-ups.
It was one of those, you know, let out a little bit of wee moments.
And cards.
Has the referee got a grip of this game?
He got a straight red for that.
There'll be misdemeanours.
Germans sometimes need to get a sense of humour.
And missed penalties.
He's cost us the World Cup, hasn't he?
That's a shocker.
To Argentina as well.
Broken hearts.
I never knew that it would go that bad.
And broken faces.
You just want to whack him.
We'll see the knockouts.
That was unbelievable what he's just done.
And the walkouts.
Got no comment on that.
And go from the sublime...
A wonderful goal!
You got to hold and give.
...to the ridiculous.
And then his plain stupidity.
Welcome to our 50 greatest World Cup shocks.
50. I better put the kettle on.
When it comes to penalty shootouts, the Germans are clearly die Obermeisters. Played for, won for. Lucky? 9. Vorsprung durch Technik, eh, Jens? In 2006, Jens Lehmann wasn't going to rely on mere statistics in a quarter-final shootout against Argentina. Instead, he used a shockingly sneaky tactic. Rather than follow the theory favoured by English goalies, fall over as the ball flies past you, he'd get organised, get serious and get efficient.
That's very German.
With goalkeeping coach Andreas Köpke, he'd written a list of where the Argentines put their penalties and kept it tucked in his sock.
I love the idea of Lehmann having notes upon his person during the game in case of the eventuality of penalties. You know, just ready for any possible scenario. There's been a pitch invasion. What do? I will consult my notes.
Lehmann picked the right direction for every penalty, saving from Roberto Ayala.
Saved by Lehmann!
Then, for the crucial kick, up stepped Esteban Cambiasso.
Lehmann very ostensibly takes out a note from his shin pad and has a look. And at that moment, Cambiasso realised that Lehmann has some sort of information of where he's likely to shoot.
How off-putting is that? It's like, you know, when someone passes a note about you and you think, what's he saying? What does it say about me? You get really self-conscious.
Will you stick with your regular choice or will you change it because you know that the goalkeeper knows where your regular choice is?
It was the ultimate act of kidology.
It's Germany!
Cambiasso's name wasn't on his list.
Jens Lehmann is the hero and Germany are into the last four!
He saved the pen, sparking scenes of mass German jubilation. Jens joined in too, efficiently, coldly, ruthlessly.
You expect the Germans to give you a good old kicking, but the last thing you expect from the Brazilians is dirty play.
But in USA 94, against America, on Independence Day no less, one Brazilian misunderstood what the Constitution says about the right to bear arms.
The Leonardo foul was awful. He just jams his elbow back. Awful. Ramos falls onto the ground and then sort of jerks again. You know someone's trouble where they're sort of jerking. It's like a shock.
When you get a player like Leonardo, whack in the face, it's just shocking. It was the last thing everyone expected.
No, the last thing we expected was for the commentating Chris Waddle to defend it.
I think that's a very bad decision by the referee.
Are you sure, Chris?
Did he mean to do it? You know, it's hard to say, isn't it?
Really?
I quite laughed at it. I thought it was quite funny because I used to do that myself when we used to get kicked. Yeah, a little bit of play acting there involved maybe as well.
Yeah, get up, you big baby.
The poor fellow broke in his jaw. It was horrendous.
Yeah, and he answered him. Sorry, I'll make an apology. He does deserve to go.
Well spotted, Chris. Leonardo was fined £5,000 and banned for 4 games. Tab Ramos spent 3 months in hospital with a fractured skull. Chris Waddle invested in a guide dog.
Scoring a goal at the World Cup must be an incredible feeling.
Richard.
I can only imagine what it must feel like.
No, I once scored.
It must be a truly indescribable feeling.
Well, I can tell you what it's like. It was quite...
Suppose I'll never know. Sorry, Pete, what were you saying?
It was a shock to see Saudi Arabia at their first World Cup in 1994. It was even more of a shock to see them score. But it was an earth-shattering, seismic shock when midfielder Said Al-Owairan scored the best goal of the tournament.
There's Owairan, a good run, good strong run, still in possession, Owairan, still there! They've scored again! Saudi Arabia, 1-up against Belgium, just 5 minutes gone, and it's Said Owairan, the number 10.
It was incredible. It was a new arrival. He'd launched himself on the world scene, and I haven't heard of him since.
He went home a hero and enjoyed his newfound status a little too much. After being caught drinking with a Western woman, he was jailed for 6 months.
From scoring one of the top 10 goals of all time in a World Cup to being banged up. Sad times.
The prison team were happy, though.
You're unbelievable.
As much a part of the rich tapestry of the World Cup as sticker books and England losing on penalties are the shocking hairstyles that grace the world stage every 4 years.
It's amazing how footballers do tend to take the World Cup as their stage where they really want to kind of showcase some of the more bizarre haircuts.
There was Ronaldo's famous power cut, named after the fact that there'd been one in the barbers when he was having it done. In the mysterious case of Bulgarian keeper Boris Mikhailov, hair has even appeared from nowhere. There you see it in 1994, there you don't in 1986. And who could forget the legendary mullet of Chris Waddle?
The best football haircut ever of all time, I'll stand by it, is the Waddler. It is amazing.
It's kind of like a hairy spoiler. It's hairy and it spoils your head completely.
Shocking hair had been an individual thing. That is until Romania decided to indulge in a bit of team blonding.
I thought it was amazing when the Romanian team came out with all bleached hair. I mean, that obviously that kind of collective spirit of wanting to just, you know, make a real statement. From a hairdresser's point of view, that was fantastic.
You can only get away with doing stuff like that if you're actually good. If you then go out in the second round, you look like an idiot, don't you?
Pete, what are you doing?
Trying to get the telly to work. I want to see Owen's goal.
He's gone past one.
He's running so fast that I'm thinking he's going to lose it.
Just the pace. Shrugging off challenges.
Goes round another. Takes the strike. I'm thinking it's going to go wide.
When England play Argentina, we expect a small, brilliant player to run through and score an amazing goal. And it happened in 1998. But this time, they got a taste of their own medicine.